Viewers, my name is Chris Omalwa and I host Diaspora Live Show. Diaspora Live Show airs on Standard Digital every Saturday at 7:40 p.m. You can watch this show online. Our hashtag is Diaspora Live Show. You can also communicate with us through email, Standard Digital. The email address is diasporaliveshow@standardmedia.co.ke. I'm still here in Kenya. We're still at the convention. During this convention, I'm meeting very, very many prominent Kenyans based away from home, but who are here during this period because they want to give back to the community that made them who they are in the first place. We have professionals in different fields, but today we are focusing on the field of healthcare. As you all know, we have a big issue in healthcare in Kenya. And one of the things that the country needs is its diaspora, people who have expertise in this field but are based away from it. So we just had a speech by the CS Health in Health, and the speech was very inspiring. Some of those issues that she raised, my guest today will just speak briefly about them. But even before we do that, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Lucy Mckenzie. She's based in the US. Everybody who lives in America knows Dr. Lucy Mckenzie. Apart from being a huge professional in the health sector, she's also the chair of one of the biggest Kenyan circles based in the US, and that's KNAT. KNAT, for your information, is strictly a women's circle, and it's making headwinds, and we are very excited about that because a community that empowers its women is a community that succeeds. Lucy, I've taken so much on the introduction.
Yes.
But it's my pleasure to meet you finally, and no other place than Kenya, our home.
Yes.
I know you've been around for quite some time. Please just introduce yourself to our viewers, and then also tell us briefly why you're here and what you've been able to do for this period that you've been in Kenya.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chris. I've heard so much about you. We've missed each other on so many occasions, but it is finally awesome to not meet you in the US, but to meet you in Kenya. My name is Dr. Lucy Mckenzie. I am the chair of Kenya North America Diaspora Circle, favorably known as KNADS. It's the first women diaspora circle. I'm also the director of community affairs for the first Black-owned credit union in the US. I'm a healthcare consultant by profession, and I've been in Kenya since the end of October, and I love every minute of being here. The opportunities here, you need somebody to help you not to see them. They are so many. They are glaring. They are jumping at you. And healthcare happens to be a really, really big area where the diaspora can impact, not just by remitting funds to their families for hospital bills, because we do get tired, donor fatigue, but we can't say we won't help. So healthcare is one of those areas where I think as a diaspora community, we can really, really make a difference.
Awesome. So we're going to speak at length about healthcare.
Yes.
And what you've discovered over this period. But before we do that, let's just briefly talk about KNADS. Like I said, I'm very excited about KNADS. I know most of you guys. I know the member Pio, I know Washington.
Okay.
I know
Marianne.
the lady in North Carolina.
Marianne.
Yes. And it's a powerful organization. Just give us a brief background for those ones who don't know what KNADS is all about and how long you've been in existence.
Okay. So KNADS was founded on social media, on Facebook, as a random post posted on a women-only page of what if all 6,000 of us could contribute $100 a month. It was in July. So that 6 months, that would have amounted to a significant amount of money. That comment alone garnered over 400 comments with different ideas of what we could do. Some things were like being a uniform supply company, opening schools, hospitals, things like that. But the SACCO was the one thing that we really felt was the time was right. The interest was there. And so 8 of us, we are the co-founders, and we stayed long hours trying to figure out how a SACCO runs, what is required for registration, what are we going to do with this information. And for some of us who have never run a SACCO or have never been SACCO members, we had to really engage ourselves in a lot of learning. These are women who had never met physically. So you are creating a company with people you've never physically met. And so we spent a lot of time on the phone, a lot of time just on WhatsApp. We wrote our mission statement on WhatsApp. We came up with our core values on WhatsApp. So this is during regular business hours. During your break, you throw in, these are the core values I think we need to have.
Yes.
So even our mission statement, our vision, we did that on WhatsApp. So I'm telling you, it is possible to start a company with people who are going in the same direction, even if you've never met.
That's right.
And so that's the story of Canaan.
Yes.
But when you look at our numbers, in 2017 we were depositing about 4 million a month. In 2018 we were depositing right about 8 to 10 million. Now we are consistently 15 to 16 million a month. As deposits. Yes, as deposits.
You can't receive it.
I'm very serious. And we're talking about people who are some contributing 5,000 monthly and others contributing $1 million. But let me tell you, Chris, the beauty is when you hear somebody say, I'm taking a loan to build my mother an inside toilet. That is powerful. It is powerful. It tells you there's a reason why this SACCO needs to exist. Or when you hear somebody saying, I'm taking a loan to improve my mother's house. Because from far, we want to do all these things for our parents. But sometimes the quantity of money that you require, you can't really save that up. But if I want to do a 3 million shilling project, I just need to save $1 million, $10,000. So I can sacrifice for a year and take a loan for 3 million and build my mother a nice little house for 3 million with everything, any amenities that I need.
Many people see SACCOs as conduits for, especially in the diaspora, for building a house or buying a plot.
Correct.
As you observe this Canaan grow,
correct.
How do you see most members utilizing the SACCO in terms of investment?
Well, our members are very saving. They have a high uptake of saving. And so I think this is money that they're just putting away that they don't want to get to. However, with me coming to Kenya, I have discovered there's so many other areas where people can invest their money. It's not just in plots, and it's not just in houses. You can put your money in money market, be gaining a 10% interest compounding. That is still an investment. It's money you're making while you're sleeping without you having to struggle or wondering this money is just going to sit there. Other things is you can venture into joint ventures. You can buy into the stock market because now we've introduced the Chama product. So as a small Chama within the big SACCO, you can invest and make quick decisions and invest some of your money in the stock exchange. And so my coming to Kenya really has opened my eyes in terms of some of the things that we would want our employees to go look. We can't expect them to be in the office and also be out doing the research. And so for me, this has been a really, really great opportunity. And I just cannot wait to talk to our members. The other thing that I realized is that because of the coverage issues, like my mom, if she's sick, or say she's gone to the Masai Mara and she falls sick there, how does she get from Masai Mara back to Nairobi? For us to charter a plane, it would cost us $6,000. Yet I can get coverage for her for $22 to $25, and she has unlimited, can be flighted from wherever she is to come back to Nairobi where her doctor is.
Are you ready for the Diaspora Live Show launch and States Tour? Live from Delaware, from June 6 to 26 September, we'll stream live from 20 different states and cities. From Boston, Baltimore, Atlanta, Montreal. Come and get informed of the different investment opportunities from Kenya. More info on the Standard Digital Videos website. Diaspora Live Show, every Saturday at 7:40 p.m. on Standard Digital Videos platforms.
In fact, that's now where we come into now our main discussion today.
Yes.
Because you may have noticed that the whole day, the discussion has been a lot more about healthcare and diaspora investments.
Correct.
You are a professional based away from home.
Yes.
You've been doing some of these issues. Where do you see the diaspora investing in healthcare at home? Because, like we said earlier on, we have a lot of professionals born in Kenya, most universities in Kenya, but now they're working abroad.
Yes.
How do you see them playing a part in the improvement of our healthcare system?
Well, in the way that I look at it is we have so much knowledge. Say I'm a practicing nurse practitioner in the US, and when I come to Kenya, there is no equivalent. Or there's so much red tape that I can't practice or even impact knowledge to people when I come to Kenya. That is a problem. The system, and I really like that the CS was talking about that every county will have a calendar of when they can have this, as diasporans, come and be assisted to change our licenses and or provide this, knowledge transfer. So that is an area where we have not really tapped into the diaspora. We see that missionaries, non-Kenyans, come to Kenya free, willy and nilly, and are able to have missions or practice for a while in Kenya. Who's providing them with licenses? Why is it that we have such a disconnect when it comes to a Kenyan trained in the US or wherever in the diaspora that is a healthcare giver that cannot come back and still have the same treatment?
Recently, we had doctors from
Cuba.
Cuba.
How did they come to practice? The same system they used for the Cuban doctors to allow them to come and practice in Kenya should not be any different from a Kenyan who's trained, considering we don't have enough nephrologists, we don't have enough oncologists in Kenya, for them to transition easily with less red tape. I can tell you an example. My sister-in-law is a doctor in pharmacy. She's not been able to transfer her license to practice, yet she was a practicing pharmacist in the US. It gets to that point where it's so frustrating. And then it's worse still when somebody tells you, if you pay me 400,000, somehow I will make that license happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pay somebody out of my taxed money to do their job that they've already been paid.
Yes.
It just blows your mind.
It doesn't make sense. In fact, that's one of the things that make people, especially people in the diaspora, become apprehensive about investing. Because there are so many roadblocks.
Yes.
So Lucy, again, as we wind up, as you go back to done your research,
yes,
what's your message to the Kenyans living away? Not just only in the US, but around the world, in terms of what you see in Kenya, and how would you like to also see Kenya, the country that made
one is that Kenya is not going to give you anything without you being present. And you cannot only see the negative things about Kenya. With the devolution, every county should have a diaspora office that is managed by either a diaspora returnee for somebody who they have delegated to do that. And as a diaspora, in every county, you can find opportunities in counties where nothing existed. The problem with us is we want to come and do big things, out of the blue kind of things. No, start small. Go to your local county, and I can assure you, you will find an opportunity there that you as a diasporan can freely, you're giving your services, but if you're looking for money, money will come because you're giving something that is of worth to the community there. So don't look to come to Nairobi. Nairobi is not where everything is happening. Every county has good things where things are happening. I can give you an example. Is it Tharaka Nithi? Their county employees live in another county because the county doesn't have housing. So that's an opportunity.
Yes.
So I can come build my small estate, go to the, make sure you have all your paperwork and everything that you're doing is legit, build houses that will be designated for the county. These people have money, they can pay you. So if you're looking for ways to make money, my message is don't look at Nairobi. Don't look at the big cities. Look for counties where nothing existed and go create something.
Viewers, we've been talking to Dr. Lucy Mckenzie. She's here. She lives in the US, but she has so many things going on. Currently, she's in Kenya. We are recording this show at Olesereni during the Diaspora Convention. Dr. Lucy, it's been my pleasure.
It has been a pleasure.
This conversation continues because this is just the first part of the conversation.
Yes.
Congratulations on what you're doing with KDATS.
Yes.
And also in the charity. Charity is very important.
Giving back.
A community that doesn't take care of its less privileged is a lost community.
Correct.
And we're happy that you're giving that message.
Thank you so much, Chris.
Viewers, my name is Chris Omala and I'm your host at the Diaspora Live Show. You can watch this show online anytime. It streams live on Facebook and Daily Motion on standard platforms. Our hashtag is Diaspora Live Show. Stay with us.
Are you ready for the Diaspora Live Show launch and States tour? Live from Delaware, from June 6 to 26 September, we'll stream live from 20 different states and cities. From Boston, Baltimore, Atlanta, Montreal. Come and get informed of the different investment opportunities from Kenya. More info on the Standard Digital Videos website. Diaspora Live Show, every Saturday at 7:40 p.m. on Standard Digital Videos platforms.